Hey, it's Monday again. Amazing how that happens. Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Here we are again. Brand new week. I'm outside last night cooking up a little barbecue for dinner, and all of a sudden I hear this oh so familiar sound. I'm thinking, it couldn't possibly be. Couldn't possibly be my 8-year-old son riding his green machine around the block, out next to the main road where he knows he's not supposed to be, right? His limit is like the end of the street out in front of our house. So this couldn't possibly be. So I go out front. Sure enough, no green machine. Busted, right? Busted. So I hang out. I wait for him. Sure enough, comes rolling around the block with his buddy. I'm thinking, what are you doing? What are you doing? So tell me if this sounds familiar. Well, he told me to. Right? He told me to. That's your excuse. That's your excuse. I know I'm not supposed to, but he told me to. All right. Here's the issue. Riding the green machine around the block, he probably is going to be fine. He made it. It's no big deal. The bigger issue is that if you can't say no to your buddy now, right, when he's asking you to do something simple like that, then how are you going to handle when the big question comes up, right? Try this beer, right? Smoke this joint. How are you going to handle that? And it's not too early to be talking to kids at 8 years old, 9 years old, 10 years old about those times. And definitely not too soon to be talking to middle schoolers about that. Those are the real issues. And what does it come down to? Kids don't want to say no because they don't want to lose the friend. Because the greatest fear is, I've got no friends. So what if I say no and the person says, well, that's fine, then I'm not going to be your friend. And that happens a lot in middle school. So even at drugs and alcohol, that's not even really the issue. It's a big issue, but it's not the issue in this particular case. The issue is kids not wanting to lose friends. And that's why they're doing all these dumb things, right? Why they're trying drugs and alcohol for the first time. Not always, but in the vast majority of cases, okay, it's the peer pressure. It's kids saying, do this, right? And you thinking, I know I shouldn't be doing this because mom and dad have drilled it into me for years and years. Do this, or you're not a part of the group, or you're not my friend anymore, or blah, blah, blah. So what are we really talking about here? Helping kids understand what it means to be a good friend at the same time as we're preaching the, drugs and alcohol bit. Right? But the bigger issue, I think, during the middle school years is the friendship. So how do we share that information with kids? Start talking to your kids about what it means to be a good friend. Share stories with them about friendships in your past, friendships right now in the present. Right? If you were a great friend, you wouldn't be asking me to do something stupid. That's the bottom line. So talk about the great friendships and do a little bit of role play. That's the other thing I love about this issue right now. Role play a couple of those situations. So here I am and I'm asking you to do this. What's your response? Right? And then play the friend that says, well, if you don't do that, you're out of the group. Get them familiar with being in those situations, because if they don't have the practice, right? What I'm saying to the 8-year-old, if you don't have the practice right now, how do you think you're going to be able to do it later? Came down a little bit, but because I'm looking ahead, right? There's a big issue that's coming up for him, right? Number one, they're already there. Number one's already there, but number two, 8-year-old, he's coming up. So we got to get him working right now. All right, it is a big Monday. I was going to talk a little bit about the Oscars last night, but just didn't see any real connection to what I was talking about today. So I'm going to leave that. Might come back to it, but I'm going to leave it for now. Have a great rest of your day. Take care.